Yes, I promise I want to start streaming now. Do 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 do. And music. All right, you're starting to stream. Also, I do want to mention that it is on a 5-second delay, so if you guys are not doing it, if you guys are not getting it, it'll be fine.
Well, I'll watch it.
Yes, no, you will need to watch it again because I will be doing another, whatchamacallit? Another. Yeah.
Okay, let's pull up my note thing as well.
And Regina, I hope that you enjoyed the 2 quotes that I put for 2 different things that I could have called Rosie.
Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Also, you could call me Rosie, you could call me Rosa, potato, potato.
Potato, potato. It's all in a stew. World building notes. Let's.
There they are, my friend.
Ah,
Two.
another
What are we
friend to
talking about
kidnap.
today again? Check the notes.
It
I
sounded.
think Regina the only one to
No,
register what I said.
no. I thought that they also did too because I thought they were saying, wait.
What?
Oh, by the way, I'm using my phone at the moment, so if you hear a bunch of banging, they're working outside my room.
Makes sense.
Alright.
It's okay.
Where did I save this? I have too many photos on my phone already. Just emptied it.
Everyone is
There
slowly
we go,
coming
World
in
Building
now.
Wednesdays.
There
Talk about
she
land again.
is!
Talking about land again.
Gladys! I love how I got no response. I was trying to be nice to Gladys, but never mind.
I have to laugh.
Oh, okay. I'll make fun of you on stream again. That's fine.
You do it. You're gonna do it anyways.
No, I wasn't. Maybe I was like, maybe I should give my friend a break. Now I have
I've
to.
never gotten a break from you in my life, dog.
Whatever do you
Sounds
mean?
typical.
I have done nothing wrong.
The moment I met you,
What do you mean?
it's only
Wait.
been a couple months, bestie.
Look, to be fair, when I met Regina, it was immediate click due to the shit that we were saying back and forth. So,
I have done nothing wrong. I am amazing.
So for now, I have to be on Regina's side.
Thank you. See, exactly.
That is debatable at best.
Who's saying debatable at best? Which British person
Just
is saying that? Oh, okay.
That's only
I don't know you long enough to
Yeah.
make fun of you yet. I got you. Next
Okay,
time though,
Fair enough.
I'll get your ass for sure.
Okay.
Give it like 4 more weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Gladys was trying to talk. That makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
I mean, I'm not gonna be here for long.
I mean, you gotta be
Also,
here.
I might have to leave early.
I'll be able to stick around.
If you leave early, the VOD is gonna be on both Twitch and YouTube, especially on YouTube, so you'll be fine. But I still want to get through like the first like 3 quarters. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Where's the link to the YouTube video?
Announcements.
Announcements.
Oh yeah.
Wait, to the YouTube video? I actually don't
Yeah.
know if it's on that. It's on that channel.
Not to the Twitch. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. It is on announcements. Yeah.
Okay, and like, subscribe. Done.
Like and subscribe.
Don't forget to ring the bell.
Punch that like button in the face like a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Why is it bigger?
Because bigger is better.
No. No.
No, it really is
No,
not.
no.
There's
It's
a reason why
thick...
dexterity is the most broken stat in D&D.
No.
No, wisdom is
It's the
obviously.
thicker the better.
Oh, damn! I love the purple shade on that hair.
Yeah, the purple
Dexterity
does
is
look
not
really good.
Thank you!
Looks
I'm so excited! I have my hair. Ah! Look at it! Look at her!
Yes.
looks so good. On
Can I touch?
Yes. Hello! I'm trying-
Hello!
Hello.
They call me Falco because I got a jet.
I was so scared of where that was going. I just want to mention.
Because they call me Falco because I Falcon punch.
I think my heart skipped a beat for that one.
Banned on Twitch.
I
Banned,
was like,
just like that.
guys, please have mercy on me. I have done nothing
now
wrong.
I'm trying to come up with something that actually takes it in the direction you thought it was gonna go, and I cannot think of anything. Falco's just too innocent.
Have
This space
mercy
bird.
on my Lou twin. Okay.
Everyone can look in. I'm gonna post it in both. It's in both in announcements and in no mic. Everyone join the stream so you can see the lovely thing I put together. If you can't see it from there, I will share it. As always, I will share it to make you guys a viewer. Slideshow it up. And here it is already in no mic. I don't know. Oh yeah, no. Sorry.
Nope, you got
Here
Twitch
is
in
the
there.
yep.
There
Here is
it
the
is.
presentation for Land and Landscape. I hope you all enjoy it.
Land and Landscape Day number 2.
This is actually gonna be very helpful.
Oh yeah. I love being able to follow along with the teacher.
There's both. I'm actually there's gonna be a big mixture of both things, and I'll go into that more afterwards, and just a little bit. Hello and welcome, the Gay 15 is rolling in. It's perfectly fine. You all are perfectly okay. And
I don't know about you guys, but I think with this stream, the camera thing is a little bit late for when you're on Discord, so I hear you earlier than the camera sees you.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens.
I was gonna say just mute the stream in general. Just mute it instead of hearing me 5 times, because my stream is on a 5-second delay, so that it's easier for me to be in OBS and for it to handle my Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Hey, Regina.
Hi, Ghost.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. Is everyone ready to make a world today? Or at least make that, like, land part of it?
Let's do it.
Woo! Wow! Alright, I'm gonna start. We have a good amount of the people. Uh-huh.
Never mind.
Okay, so you got the reading. First things first that I'm gonna do, before I get everyone on here, you're gonna have to get off of the page real quickly. This is just something I wanted to make you guys do in general. Hype, I watched the previous VOD, and I'm glad to catch up on one. I just wanted to say amazing inspiration. Aw, thank you. I don't know who said that, because my phone's not out, and my phone is on 40%. So let's see how long my phone lasts today, because I don't have a thing. So,
Gina, did you lose it?
My stream? No, I didn't lose anything. I'm just saying I am not updating Twitch. Fuck
That
right
would
off.
be the red saved who said that.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I'm looking at chat.
I didn't see. I couldn't see who said it because I didn't get into chat until like just now. God damn it. Who said it again?
The Red Sage.
The Red Sage. You're new. Well, welcome.
Oh, I know that guy. I watch his streams. It's actually pretty fun.
Well, I'm sorry, Red Sage. I couldn't see your thing until just now, but hi and welcome. Welcome everyone to World Building Wednesdays #2. Yay! So, first things first, I wanted just to get you guys to sign in. Yeah, we're doing the sign-in things now. I'm not doing a sign-in sheet because that's stupid, so you guys have to sign in yourselves. So scan the QR code. It is in the stream for 10 minutes. For 10 seconds.
Wait.
I don't have that on my phone. I can't actually scan.
I am using my phone.
Is there a link you can just send us?
I might just do a link. Hold up, I'll get you guys a link.
Yeah.
That's good, because I don't actually have a phone.
I'm just excited to be here. Well, I'm glad you came back for the second part. Give me a second while I give everyone the sign-in sheet, because I thought that you guys would be able to access it. That's my fault completely, so don't worry.
I'll have to download an app to do that.
I couldn't sign in last week, so...
Give me... Is this one sign in? Yeah, open a new tab. Keep this one open. This is the sign in sheet? Absolutely it is. Someone was able to sign in. Who signed in? Rosie. You signed in. What do you mean?
Yeah, but the rest of us...
I thought somebody said... No, you're good, you're good.
How did I sign in?
I don't know.
Scan anything.
It says Rosie, and then it says, what are you checking in for? May 28th. And now everyone's slowly starting to sign in. If everyone looks in No Mic channel, you can sign in from there. I no longer have it on OBS.
You sign in daily? I mean, every time?
Oh,
yes.
Hang on. It's Saturday now? I thought it was Wednesday.
It's
so
Wednesday.
therefore I
What
had
do
to
you
do
mean?
another one.
What do you mean Saturdays?
I'm making a joke. You said it was the 28th. Today's the 25th.
25th.
No, that was the sign-in day.
Yeah.
You had to sign in each one of the days that we do it.
Oh wait, May the 25th. Okay.
It's the 25th. I'm scared. I got scared. If I can send it in, can somebody send a link in the can someone send a link in the Twitch chat, please? And I can.
Yeah, sure. I can send the link.
It's so that Red Sage can log on and do it as well.
Okay, here you go, Red Sage.
Because even though Sage.
It's links are not.
Wait. Oh, it doesn't allow you because I'm affiliate. 1 second. I got this. I got you, Sage.
You as the streamer.
Yeah, no, I got you, Sage. I'm never gonna let you. Never gonna give up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and desert you.
And hurt you.
For now, I would just use Rosa Fang since that's on all of my social media. So, there we go.
If you saw me look down at my phone and I looked confused, yes, I forgot what I was looking for 2 seconds.
Welcome to ADHD.
I literally looked at my phone.
Everything.
I had to do like the little back thing where you have to click between 2 sections and then figure out what am I looking at. There you go, Sage. Jesus, I was able to finally send it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We finally can start now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to World Building Wednesdays, the section of Land and Landscape. Yay! So, I have like 2 announcements. Actually, no, I'll drop the second announcement. I'll only have 1 announcement right now. So, channel points. If everyone looks at the bottom of your screen on the Twitch, you know that every Twitch channel has channel points. Now, this is the thing from my channel. Since I am building a world with the rest of you guys, my plan that I want to do, and I talked about this last week, but I'm going to make it official, and I did make it official this week, is that I'm going to make a 13th episode of World Building Wednesdays.
Oh, no, the cursed...
Yes, the Cursed 13. And with the Cursed 13, we had to have a equally cursed thing. So I will be doing my randomized one-shots.
Yo!
And if you have not heard of my randomized one-shots, maybe you're new to the channel or you're just new to the Discord as a whole, randomized one-shots are when I get everyone and we all get your favorite set of dice or the only one you have, and we make it so that you can make a character with the roll of your dice. It is only physical dice. If you don't have physical dice, I'm not going to hold you back. You can use online dice, but nonetheless, I like making people use their physical dice because I want you to feel like you have your own fate in your hands. And when you suffer, you can cry more.
I love you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I am excited to be able to play it.
So, what I'm going to do is that every time you get 6,000 XP, which is what my channel points are called. They're called experience points, but I'm calling them XP. I couldn't put XP because I have to do at least 3 letters, so it had to be experience points. But every time you get 6,000 XP on my channel, you will be able to put your Twitch name will be put in a pool, and on the last day of class, aka graduation day, I will be pulling 6 names out of the pool, and I'll pull up 2 backup names just in case. And then we will pick a date in the future, and I most likely will probably be either the next Wednesday or the Wednesday after, probably around the same time, and we will have fun. It'll be level 8. I'm being nice to you guys as always. It'll be level 8. Or actually, it's 6,000 channel points, and it's supposed to be the penultimate thing. I'll do it level 20.
Randomize? Yo!
Please, level 20.
Randomize? Oh no.
Yes!
It was muted that entire time. Yes, level 20 randomized.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yes!
So, you didn't see me do that. Excuse me. So that it's settled. I will be running a randomized level 20 one-shot. And you have a chance of getting in that one-shot. So, let's get started with the reading! Everyone's favorite part of this thing. If you have not gotten to the reading, or hopefully if you did get to the reading, we read, I think it's either Here Be Dragons, I believe the article is called in there. Yes.
Here Be Dragons, it's written by...
Jonathan Roberts.
Jonathan Roberts, yes. And in this reading, they talked about 3 main components. Why do we need a world map? How to design your world map, and putting countries in your world map. So, first things that I'm gonna ask you guys on the essay is, what did you guys think?
About the reading, or just about making a map in general?
About the reading. What did you guys think about the reading? To the people who read it.
Yeah, that's a better statement right there.
Yeah, I'm reading through it right now, and I think it's a matter of logic.
Right now.
I'm looking for it.
Page 41 on the Kobold Guide to World Building. Should
Indeed.
be a file that you've downloaded.
I can remember so far. It does give some good tips on how, especially if you are a beginner.
Especially,
It gives a lot of really good points. But something I noticed when I'm looking through this is it works a lot on logic as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Indeed.
look at a country and be like, okay, I want to make this one reliant on trade. Okay, why is it going to be on trade? Oh, that's because they don't really have much in the way of farmland. But they have but they're pretty rich in materials. So, cause and correlation, here's how it's going to work together. What I really do love, though, is at the beginning it says, why do you need a world? Why do you need a map idea? And I'm used to reading, which some books do have their map, and I never check it out. But it's really nice because when they say they help players suspend their disbelief, and they introduce the idea of like, oh yeah, you can make references and have them linked together. You can feel like, oh yeah, there's an entire world around you instead of just what's in front of you.
Yep.
Also, the other reason for building a map and a world is so your murder hobos can go somewhere and you don't have to struggle.
Absolutely correct.
That's very true as well.
I pulled some stuff out of the readings in particular that I wanted to talk about in the class, as well as actually go over them, and I gave you some, and I made something for you guys to look over. So the first part that I wanted to talk about was nation building, and this was in like towards the end of the chapter, but I mean not the end of the chapter, the end of the essay, but it was still a good part, and it kind of gave examples of how and where you would put a certain nation based off of, like, a certain country based off of where it is and why. So they gave the two examples that they gave, which is the ones that I put here, is if a country is famed for its cavalry, it should have a lot of plains and rolling hills. It should have been, and it should have had fought most of its battles in this terrain. Any enemies would need to be on the other side of those plains, not coming through steep mountain paths. And the countries that would be famed in for its ships should have a wide coastline, and depending on its resources, and it depends on its on it for its resources, and it may have little to no farmland, forcing it to be relied on imports to its ports. And I thought that was very, very a very good point to have in there, and it actually flows into my second point that I wanted to pull out from it, is how you need to figure out where on your maps you're going to place your maps, and how you're going to place them is a completely different thing. So where on your map you're going to place your countries is going to be extremely dependent on how you want that country to thrive. Granted, we are going to talk about how those countries are going to be made and existing throughout this class, but just thinking of the basic forefront idea of what exactly you want is a perfect way to get through it all, is to get through this first part of the class. So, next part they pointed out was sketching your countries, a thing called a map of connections, and I even put on stream here how the map of connections looks like, kind of showing how like, you know, one country which has airships is connected to a this country that deals in iron mines. They're separated by mountains, and this country is separated by this country by water, and you know, this country right here and this country right here are enemies, but this country here who has grain and this country here who has iron mines are trading partners. And it's kind of a basic map of how you want your countries to grow and flourish. One thing that was not in this article that I made you guys read, but was in the article below it, I do suggest you guys reading that article, but I did not want to use that article for class because I wanted something that was more focused on the landmass itself versus the intricacies of the town and everything in it. Because we are going to kind of look over this that second article underneath it in passing, but not directly at it. But the main thing from the article below was talking about populations. Because I already know that some of you guys are probably not even thinking about the population of your world. But since we are most likely doing like a middle to like medieval times type of thing. So like 16, 14, like 1100s, like the times of Robin Hood and whatnot. We are most likely not going to have to need more than, like, for a world, 15 million people. And even then, you don't really think about that much people. But that was something that I wanted to, like, also throw in there as well about the readings. Now, naming cities. I know it's everyone's favorite game is to name your cities.
Mash a keyboard.
Yeah.
Pick something out and then work with it, unless you wish to actually correlate it with something. It could either be
name
a lot of cities. Cities are either named after a person who has found it, a person who was of great importance, or at the very least something that has a cultural significance to it. So, so for some cities, like the City of Brass, it's City of Brass. It's literally made out of brass. It's in the plane of fire. It's always hot. That's how it became its name.
My plan is simple. Name word generator, get that word and throw it into Google Translation.
I also put in my in no mic for you guys. The second to last message that I put in no mic is actually a country / name generator, so that you guys can have those. Yeah. But one of the ways that I will, the one of the ways that I usually name my worlds or like cities and stuff like that is using languages and going back. I can't go into too much detail, but I can go into enough detail because I love my players for my storybook campaign. But also, it's very interesting to see how people don't realize how important names are. Usually when I give a name of a place in my world, it's important. It's usually important. Unless I say it if it's like a country name and whatnot. Yeah, it's not like semi-important. But if I give a world name and I say it more than twice, it is important. I'm just gonna look at the camera real quickly.
For me, I will say this. I've actually used both of those methods before. Using the generator or naming it after somebody of great importance from that town. But another method that I have used was combining different words together and see if it makes sense for that area. Or I have actually named it after a specific part that is connected or leads to that town. Like, I'm going to use a name from Pokemon, for example. Goldenrod City is basically named Goldenrod, but let's say that it would connect it to a ocean that named Goldenrod because of the plentiful of golden fishes that they could catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I've recently talked to a friend about because he's been writing a story and stuff like that. He wanted to use the word Kai, Kai, in his story. Now, the reason why he wanted to do that is because it has several different meanings. Kai means ocean in Hawaiian culture, it means sea in Native American, and it means fire in Scottish. And he wanted to include that in his title because of that sort of importance, sort of like what Regina mentioned. First thing I thought of when I hear Kai is like Dragon Ball Kai or like Cobra Kai or stuff like that. So that went completely over my head. But that got me thinking, there have been some people who have put a name that sounded cool in their thing, and then realized in another language that means like dick or something like that.
No. Yeah.
So
and that's why you have to, another thing you have to do is research. Like, yeah, I know that Google isn't the best place, but it's a start. For when you research names, the best place to get names for, and you can literally just add port, sun, min, and all those little, like, extra, like, or shire at the end of it as well, that you can literally just slap a name and then slap shire on the end of it, and now it's a city's name. It's like what's a good one? Oh wait, let me see.
Worcestershire.
Yeah. Yes. No, we're not calling it Worcestershire. No. But no, because like if I said, I'm gonna fine, I'll use my name. You have like the name Regina. Regina means queen, and then you just slap on Shire. Guess what? Now you have Regine Shire, or Regina Shire. That's
so does that mean that there was a hobbit a long time ago whose name was the?
Yeah.
So the city of Queens. Got it.
Yeah, that's basically what it would translate
to. Something funny I'd like to mention. Actually, Oceteria, the one that's I built down in the Writers Cafe, I took ocean. I was like, okay, so what can I do for this? I stuck land into ocean land, basically into a translator, and I got Ocean Terra, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna put an I between it. There you go. It's a country now.
Exactly.
And then I was like, oh, let's see, what's a city name? And I was gonna make an Abyss. So I'm like, okay, Abyss, Nia. There we go. There's the city name. Perfect.
Or the best one that I ever seen, and it's maybe because I'm now obsessed with Dragon Age, and my best friend in the world got me obsessed with that game. Is I think it's the main world. It's literally the acronym for the world of Dragon Age, and it annoys me to no end, but it works. You could literally just make the world of TEO, TWO, and then your name, and that's the country. That's your world name.
Hey,
so
Regina,
interesting.
You want to know something fun?
What?
I was building land. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick a name for my world. I took the first 3 letters, the first letter of each country that I'd already made, which is 3, and then I just added Ithium, and I was like, okay, so Ithium, let's put this in the middle of it. So I got Livrithium.
Yep.
That's the only reason I have the name.
That makes sense. I haven't even thought of a name for mine. I'm throwing around names of in my world because I'm planning on having the 6 to 8 countries. Also, yeah, and I'll talk about that later, but that's all the stuff that we got from the book. That's like the general synopsis that I wanted you guys to get from the essay. Other stuff you got from it, you can get from a little different things as well, of placements and everything of that. And we're going to even talk about those things as well while we make our maps today, because we are making maps today, if you haven't already made your maps. If you're already ahead, it's fine. If you're not, it is also fine. I am doing it. Remember, guys, this class is not only just for you guys, but it's for people in the future as well.
I guess I'm creating a new map on Inkarnate then.
Oh no, I'll show you how to do it too. We have.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
When it comes to naming like locations and places and countries and stuff, I also find it very beneficial to research how real places got their names. Like America is named after Amerigo Vespucci, an Italian merchant and explorer, right? So you could tie in your place names with like history and figures as well, which is really neat.
Absolutely, I couldn't have said that better myself.
So I've got another interesting way to go, because I'm the weird kid in this group, and I'm doing a sci-fi world set in the real world's future. So because the setting already has the name, the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxies, I'm just using the year that all of this is going down as a shorthand for the world. So 3720 is the year everything goes down, you know, if there ever is and will be a plot. So it's just the shorthand for the setting.
Okay, see? That's another way too.
Because the Milky Galaxy just doesn't really roll.
You could call it the Milky Galaxy.
The Milky Galaxy?
Yeah, just the Milky Galaxy.
The ultimate mommy milker.
Christ.
So, we are on to lesson 1, guys, the landscape. So, for the landscape, you're going to be, for this section, we're going to be answering these lovely 4 questions. How do we want our world to be shaped and formed? Where are our cities, towns, and villages and other landmarks? How different would different societies evolve due to the landscape? We're kind of answering that one. I want to say 3.5 because that question in particular, we're not going to be answering right now because that's a societal question, and we'll talk about that when we get to culture next week. But that question is to help kind of smooth into next week's culture episode. And the last question is, what are the city's import-exports due to their location? If they have any. So, what are the different communities that we have? As I said before, we have 5 communities. We have a hamlet, a village, a town, a city, and a metropolis. Now, as you can see from on the PowerPoint, it gives you a sort of information of what each thing means. So, a hamlet is like a tiny, less than 100 people. I would say less than 50 people, actually, not less than 100, because a town can be like 100 people, to me, at least. But, you know, whatever this says, it says. Oh, actually, yeah. Yeah, it says it down here. I'm an idiot. Anyways, it says, like, so a town is, like, smaller than a village, and so on and so forth. So you can kind of look on there and see what each section means. Like, a hamlet is smaller than a village. It has a tiny population. It has few services and few buildings. It would usually have, like, a church, but it's, like, an occasional thing. They probably even go into the village or go into town to go to church more so than have they probably have, like, a small temple or, like, a small little chapel in the hamlet. A village is parts of a town. It doesn't have a cathedral or a market, but it will most definitely have a church. And a village is like between 100 to 1,000 people. A town is probably has like a mayor or something. It has taxing districts and provide fire, sewage, and other services. A town can be expanded into, and it can also lead into forming cities depending on how like central it is. Also, I didn't have this here, but I kind of also want to just say it in general. When you have a town in a particular place, sometimes towns don't have to naturally grow. They can be strategically put there. I know that the Romans, exactly.
A lot of cities in Canada actually were like that.
I was gonna say Romans had a lot of those type of cities where they have strategic places of putting there, so they would make people move into that area and they would build up that city.
Same thing with Canada. Like, a lot of our history was we opened a trading route in a city, and then people's wives and children would move there, and then more people would move there, and it eventually grew into a place where people would live, thrive, city-wise thing. Mm-hmm. Once trading was gone, cities just stuck around.
Yep, exactly. And because I also want you to take that into consideration when you guys make your villages. They can make sense, but they also can be artificial. So if you have it, for example, where it's like, hey, we have a town over here, we have a town all the way over here, we want something in the middle so we can have those two towns come together. That's now an artificial town.
And then maybe that town wasn't such a good idea, and that's a conflict for the population.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, as I said before, for this class, you guys are going to have to make at least 6 countries. Now, I'm taking back that statement halfway. I want you all to make 6 countries, but they can, and most likely, I'm going to make you only have to make 6 countries that are city-states. And to define what a city-state is, it is literally in the name. It is a state, it is a city that is just a country. So let's...
City that is its own country.
Yes.
Like
like, huh?
Like the free city of Greyhawk from the original setting from D&D?
I have no clue. I'm going to be honest. I have no clue.
if y'all want to have a good example of city-states, look at ancient Greece and also the Roman Empire for examples.
Yes, because most of their thing, like the city of Athens, city of Sparta, those were city-states. They weren't actually countries. Same thing in the Irish area. A lot of city-states, not much in the way of a country as of quite some time.
Also, I wanted to point out, because I did see something in chat. We are going to be talking about that in later lessons in more detail about how culture is involved with the classes, and that's going to be next week. Yay. I just wanted to point that out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, turn on.
Since you only technically have to make at the least 6, suggested 8. What if we had made, let's say, 12?
That's fine.
Okay.
I said at least. At least means a minimum of 6. I don't want you guys to...
about, like, class-wise, if we had, in a sense speaking, made a big amount. This is mainly also connected to the next one, but if there are different cultures throughout it, was that sometimes mean that there would possibly be even more cultures?
Most likely.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Well, I promise you, it will not be overwhelming. Because we're going to walk through it together. I am not going to let you guys... I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I'm going to help you every step of the way as much as I can.
What if we have an idea on these countries, but they're not exactly city-states?
They don't have to be. I'm saying... Okay. I said that they should be city... I say at least 6 cities... I said at least 6 city-states, so that for the people who feel like they can't make 6 countries, it's going to be overwhelming for people who can't make 6 countries. I'm not expecting you all to... This class isn't to overwhelm you guys. This class is to make you guys enjoy and love and learn how to world build. I don't want to overwhelm everybody with making it hard for people to not make a country as a whole with other little cities and hamlets. If you can't do that, I'm not gonna stop you. If you can't make a country, work on city states. We're gonna work from a city angle. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I just have Inkarnate up, and I'm just slapping stamps onto stuff right
now.
No,
not yet. I have a process. Wait. If you already didn't have it,
what I got so far.
Okay, if you like what you got so far, just stop.
Okay.
Don't move up. Don't move forward. So template for the course right now. As I said before, the same thing from last time. Here you guys go. If you want it again, if you haven't gotten it before, it's on screen. If you did, it's on screen.
Post a link for Ruby again.
The link.
Or Red.
The link is in call. Is in no like.
Oh, it's the same one. Okay.
It's the same exact thing from last time.
Same one as last week.
Yeah, but I wanted to give you guys that from last week again. So, yeah. So everyone, hi. How's everyone feeling?
I have been eating nothing but Red Hot Cheetos for my entire day so far. So.
Yeah, you need more food, buddy.
Hot chocolate.
I have had storm after storm after storm hit my residence.
Damn.
My power has been out. My power has been out 5 times today.
Shit. I'm so sorry, hon.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say this right after you said that, in a happy tone, but let's get started, guys! No. So, first thing we're gonna...
I guess I shall suffer in the corner now. Goodbye, y'all.
No, don't suffer in corner! Ghost!
Don't leave us.
Ghost, I love thine. Please don't hurt me. So the first thing that I want to get you guys access to, if you are inside of the thing right now, if you are currently looking at the, what is this called? The PowerPoint presentation, I want you to click on link here. I have essentially made you guys in PowerPoint a mock version, a nice, better version of the map of connections.
Which one is that? In landscape and land, or
in landscape and land? If you cannot access it, I am sending it now inside of.
I can see it. I can see.
Yeah, I'm sending it. In, I am sending it in No Mic.
Connections. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna have that on stream now. Evil Regina. Why am I evil?
Regina's not fully evil.
I like the fully in that sentence.
Because it's true.
Regina knows what I mean.
I'm not completely evil.
Exactly.
Just a smidge.
I mean, the thing is,
don't clip the beginning of the stream. Don't clip the beginning of the stream. Me, I want to watch you all suffer. Don't clip the beginning of the stream. Don't clip the beginning of the stream.
Regina, I'm gonna make you become more humble. Without any of us, you will have no class.
Oh, you're right. I shall change my ways and be better.
Alrighty.
Don't change your ways. If you do, I'm gonna hunt you down.
I shall not change my ways and be better.
If you change your ways, we won't get D&D one shot.
You're correct.
Hold on. Let me see.
You won't be able to throw the Tarrasque at a bunch of level 20s on the last day.
You won't get to break them back.
Mark. Annoy Regina.
There was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people leader. One-eyed, one.
Hey, yo, I love that song.
It is a great song.
It is a good song, genuinely.
That is a Southern classic right there.
Just gonna eat Regina.
No, Southern classic is Coca-Cola and frick New Coke. I hate it. I hate change.
I'm sorry.
I hate New Coke.
I'm sorry. In the South, we call everything Coke.
Exactly.
So if everybody gets access to the to the thing, I'm going to show you guys how you guys are going to look at it. So in this lovely thing that we have here, it is what we call the map of connections. All of the things are connected in their own ways. It is just a starter pack of how you're going to connect them all, and you're going to put a country in all the circles. You're going to give a little bit of an explanation of, you're going to give like a one-line tag of what in the circles, and what your country's export is going to be, or what their main commodity for money is. So, for example, I'm going to use, should I use Lebanon example? In ancient Lebanon, I don't want to, I'm quoting my teacher here. In ancient Lebanon, this is from my Western Civ teacher. In ancient Lebanon, they had a thing where there was it's like a mountain. There's a beach. There's a mountain. There's a plains area, and there's a beach. The beach area, because it was near the coast, had a lot of exports, and their exports were ships. Their exports were ships because the mountain people had a lot of wood because of the type of mountain. I think it's cedar. They had cedar wood, so their export was cedar wood, and also so was the people on the sea was their cedar wood. So when you guys think about that type of stuff, when you go into what type of countries you're going to make, as well as me, I'm also going to be helping you guys out with this. I will be also being in there with you doing it. So
Yay.
I will not leave any of you guys hanging.
You better not leave me behind.
Do we have to use this template, or can we make our own?
You can make your own, but this is just because I wanted to help you guys have a fresh start. Have a jump start. Because I am doing 8 countries, you guys can do 6.
I'm just looking at the map I partially created. I'm like, okay, how can I divide this up? I'm gonna divide it, do blah 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 blah.
And also,
like that.
if you're going to do worlds, like actual worlds and planets, you can do the same exact thing. This is an 8 one. I can make one for you. Here, I'll just do this. Control, duplicate, slide. I can literally just do this. I'm not gonna do that, no. But yeah, just take this, and I'm gonna say, you know what? I'll give you guys 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna give you guys a timer, 20-minute timer. I'm leaving
You have to make at least 6.
Yes, right? At least 6 countries or city-states or however you want. And the timer starts now. Timer is up here. And
I'm sorry, I zoned out. I zoned out pretty heavily just then.
We are 20. It's 20 minutes for writing down our 6 nations and their relationships to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Regina?
Yeah.
How do you edit the PowerPoint?
Download a copy of it or make a copy of it. Go to File and you'll make a copy of it.
Hello, who just joined?
Is me.
Pyro. Welcome back,
Hello,
Pyro. You didn't miss too much, hon. We're going over we're making a sort of makeshift map of connections for us.
We are making our nations today.
Yes.
And then writing down their correlations with each other.
Neat.
Supposed to be the names of the countries and stuff.
Say it again.
I think she was asking about the names of the countries or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I don't want having 5 computers. The circle on the PowerPoint, is it supposed to hold the name or the description?
The name / description. So what you're gonna do is one word. You're gonna make your name, and then you're gonna put underneath it is going to be, a main export of your world, of that nation.
Okay, and then the squares, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understood the description part.
What do you mean?
the description of the world? World description?
It could just be like a small tagline for your world. It doesn't have to be anything. If you don't want to even put a world description, you can delete that.
Okay.
Yeah, my templates are never like you have to fill them out. They are always, it is there if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. I hear myself in the background. Jesus Christ. How does one go about editing this? Make a...
Why is it that... Why is it that in the audio playback of whoever was echoing you, your voice sounded like a white woman?
I'm offended. Am I offended? I'm offended.
Are you offended?
Am I offended? Because I have the Twitch stream going on in the background just in case I miss something.
No, I understand it completely. White woman playback. Listen here. I like how the person who said that is named French Vanilla. So I want you to pipe down and go back. Don't even say anything.
I am muted for this. I am muted. Listen.
I'm listening.
It was funny.
That was funny, and that was good enough.
It's like, I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
I rest my case before I laugh.
Okay, but wouldn't it be so sick actually to write like a young adult novel called French Vanilla Echoes of a White Woman?
That would be the next bestseller.
That'd be a good book.
That'd be the next bestseller.
That definitely sounds like a memoir of a burlesque singer.
You know what? Can I become a burlesque singer and call myself French Vanilla and then call the book French Vanilla, The Echoes of a White Woman?
Yes.
I will do it.
That'd be good.
I will do
That
it.
sounds like a really good, like, I would read that.
That sounds like a good origin story.
Yeah.
Since the world last week was not made for D&D.
Would be a downfall to everyone.
The Karen of the entire nation has arrived, and she wants French Vanilla.
Yes. I'm gonna
Regina,
call.
would you be a Karen if you can?
If I could, no, I wouldn't be a Karen. I would be a Monica.
Oh, Monica. Monica? What does Monica do though?
Hey, Monica.
I don't want to. I can't say what I want to say on stream because it's unprofessional. I can't say what I want to say because it's unprofessional. I will say it after stream.
Sure.
I have nation 1. I have all my nations named. Nations 1, 2, all the way to 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I have 0 nations named.
I'm currently writing up my 4th one right now. I basically just made a name, did 1 point so far, and moving on. Once I have all 6, I'm gonna fill them out. I'm gonna flesh them out. Who's Woody Woodpecker over here?
Who is typing? Stop!
I was trying to click because you like made the size of your slideshow so massive, and I have to expand this thing to like 100 size font just to have it be readable.
I'm having trouble.
It's because I did I made it where it has to be 20 inches by 20 inches. So it's easier.
There's so many pixels.
Yes, it is. I did it so that it can be zoomed in as much as possible.
Oh, that actually is smart.
Done.
Wow, okay.
Ooh, that's a beautiful name, yeah.
Well, since I already have a map, I have to work with that.
That's funny how you thought I was gonna name my stuff. That's so funny.
That's
I know that as your teacher I'm supposed to do that, but at the same time I'm like, you know.
No wonder. Oh Jesus.
Oh, what about teacher? Sorry, I zoned out for a second. What?
No, you're good. There you go.
Is Regina accepting that she's a teacher? What?
No. I never said that.
Wait, Regina's accepting responsibility?
What?
No,
What?
Never.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Who said that? Who said
I'm
never?
pregnant with Regina's child and she won't take responsibility?
Who said that?
Hold
that
up.
Your
Hold up.
child,
Did you say-
Regina. Your child said that.
Hold up. Hold up. Mark, did you just say that you're holding Regina's child? What did I miss?
I'm pregnant with Regina's child.
How?
So I wasn't far from it. Okay.
No, I don't.
Regina, you inseminated me.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
You were
guys.
very drunk. That's why.
It was a wild night.
What the fuck?
Oh god.
Okay,
I like
when
that
this
nobody
level 21
questioned
shot
that I'm
happens,
carrying Regina's
I
child.
need it to be like 5 hours long, just so that we can actually do all of this crap, and just be as chaotic as possible.
Knowledge and
Okay, hear me out.
education.
Randomized one shot. Everyone whose characters are brought in have been isekai'd from their corresponding worlds that we make on World Building Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. That would.
Oh wait, that means we have a practical application for the species we're making then.
Yeah.
Make it one of your own species then.
Yeah.
I'm boring.
Well, hang on, we're isekaiing things?
We're isekaiing our creation from this course into the world that Regina's going to be making for us. Well, making and going to be playing with us.
Okay,
I
let
get
me
to play
just
with
make
you
some notes on
guys.
the Elder Nurse so that I can isekai it over.
I get to play with you guys. I'm so excited.
I'm excited as well. I've never had you as a DM before, so.
I thought you have.
Nope, not you. You've been a player for me for the last year, but.
I gotta.
Regina makes your life a living hell if she's the DM.
Who said that? Who said that? Was that?
Sarah said that.
I will fight you right here, right now.
Hold on, Regina. After this, can I do something in between our sessions?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Absolutely.
So I'm having a little issue over here.
What's your issue, sir?
The assets. Also, ma'am. The issue is that all the assets are flipped. They're upside down.
I realized that. Just add text boxes. That was fucked up. I don't know why. I'm so sorry, and I cussed again. I'm so sorry, besties.
That is why I'm writing on my own Google Doc right here.
Yeah, because I don't know what happened, but it just did that.
Wow, I should have been doing that. Oops.
Yeah.
I've been fighting with this thing for like 2 minutes.
No, I saw that. I was like, wait a second. Because the one below are fine. It's just the ones up here that are stupid.
Give me a note.
Alright, well.
Just give me a notepad document, please. Thank you.
Drawing a blank.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more nation. Actually, do I have one more nation? I have 2 more nations.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bands in my bank account.
Listen, I don't make your guys a living hell when I'm a DM, okay? My issue is, okay, hold up.
Do they just make it a living hell?
Yeah, you know?
No.
Because...
No, she makes it a living hell. Stop lying, you make it a living hell.
Yes, you do.
I have Gladys and I have Lexi on my side, Regina. Don't do this.
Hey, I don't know about y'all, but I actually do have a really fun time when Regina is DMing, just saying.
Oh, it's not the fact that they don't have fun. It's the fact that I do make them their life a living hell. It's also because they're my friends.
Your character is the most chaotic out of them, and the one that I don't have a plan for at all. I have a plan for every other player in my game on Saturdays, except for you, because I can't understand you at all.
Listen, life gives you lemons.
I squeeze them until they juice.
Oh my god. No. Can I say that my favorite part about Marzina is just the fact that she's established what the fuck she does, and you just have to sit there and be like, what the fuck? And you were like, hey, I'm gonna give you guys this really evil person, this horrible individual, this vile creature.
This guy is a serial killer that just absolutely tears the head off of tieflings whenever he sees them. Idea. She goes and simps for him so hard
because he's hot.
Another character.
He's hot.
He is a biblically accurate angel. ASMR.
He has 6 eyes and 5 and like he has 5 eyes and 6 wings. He is gorgeous.
9 eyes. No, 9 eyes.
9 eyes? Even better.
2, 4, 6, 7 eyes. Sorry.
7 eyes and 6 wings.
That heart belongs to me.
Thank you, Rosie. Exactly.
Seven's the perfect number,
Regina
just saying. So.
Also, is like they have multiple eyes. I find this very wonderful.
Biblically accurate angels are very scary.
They can be.
They're
Especially when you
amazing,
get to,
though.
like virtues and stuff.
They're amazing. He's amazing.
Oh, the
though.
cherubim. I've recently introduced the Molly Doe, the fiend.
Oh my gosh!
To my players.
Hold up. Is that Spartan talking?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What's that?
I study the Bible, religion, Christianity, and shit like that on a critical level, almost similar to the critical thought movement, similar to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal some stuff.
So, if you say something from biblical anything, probably gonna understand it.
Yeah, I've only recently got into angelology and stuff like that, but I'm like, this has so much story potential. I need to learn all this stuff.
Exactly.
Just wait. Just wait until you throw them a couple wheels, or they're called chariots.
Oh yeah, the chariot.
And then we figure out that he was 20 foot tall. Can we talk about this?
Oh yeah, so his name's Daniel. He was 20 feet tall when he first came to the planet. Or to the material plane, I guess, but... Yeah, Regina has been quite a thing that's been happening.
He's gorgeous.
You know,
I was going to say what to do with your character.
I was going to say something, but we're on Twitch. So.
Exactly.
That's fair.
That's exactly what I'm going through.
I've been very interested in the story of Solomon and his 72 demons.
Yeah.
I've been very interested.
That's the first
You know, not gonna lie, my favorite story from the Bible is when Solomon said, okay, you two mothers can't decide over the baby, so we're just gonna cut it in half. Yeah.
And his logic was, whoever decides that's dumb, that's the real mom.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
I guess
like,
it works
that
out
was
because it's like
the most stupid story in the Bible. Well, actually, no, sorry, that's not the most stupid story in the Bible. But this is like, oh yeah, Solomon the Wise. He has been so great and stuff. He is like, okay, yeah, let's kill a baby, and whichever of the women that doesn't want to have a baby slain in front of them is going to be the mother.
Well, no, I understood what they said, because if I was a mom, I wouldn't want my kid cut in half.
If it wasn't your kid, you wouldn't want a kid to be killed in front of you.
It's my kid though.
No.
Guys.
Yeah, you underestimate how exactly passive aggressive people can be.
For the child is the real mom. I get like where they were going with it, but it just seems so weird.
Indeed.
Yeah, my favorite story about Solomon is definitely when he acquires a harem of like 1,000 wives and just starts.
I didn't do that. I was so confused. My brain was so confused. I've been cussing this entire time.
I was like, who's doing that? And how did they do that? How did you sound censored like that?
Quick, somebody needs to sing "Hey Jude" so that we can get copyright claim.
Gold.
Wait, do I have to actually sing the words, or will humming it also get me a copyright?
The words apparently it's the words.
Oh man, I don't know the words to "Hey Jude."
I don't know it either.
Hey, how much time do we have left?
1 minute and 57 seconds.
Oh man, I completed 6 countries and now I'm doing 7 others.
I have my 7th nation with 1 line, and I was gonna expand on them, but I guess I'm gonna do that while we're talking.
What are we supposed to make relations between them as well, or?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can do that. I'm not going to make you guys do it completely. If you guys want a little bit more time for actually how to do that, that's also fine. But I'm just trying to get the basis out of, like, hey, here's your country, their main export. Why is it their main export? And the relationship between the two. And also, if you want to just completely delete the world name thing here in the middle. Hold up, yawning!
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay. I need 2 more? 2 more? Yeah, 2 more.
2 more.
I have a tumor!
Bleep.
It's not a tumor.
I can't say that either on stream.
Okay,
so
I need
we
a
can
new
say
one.
it?
Give me German.
It's not a tumor.
German, okay. Switch.
Okay. I got my 7 nations with 1 line each. Now I need to actually tell. Actually need to say. Oh, jeepers, I'm dying.
I've made a mistake. I should not have decided to be like, I'm going to go for where the story originated. That was a bad idea.
If you cannot... I can do... You know, fuck it. Yeah, no, pull this one. Alright, time is up.
Like, oh yes.
I will give everybody an extension of 10 minutes because I realize that you guys probably need more time. So you have some more minutes. I'm being nice.
Okay. Okay. I know what you export. I know what you export. You export this. Okay. You.
Somehow the ramen generator gave me South Carolina.
Which one are you doing? Which one are you
the
touching?
magical land of South Carolina.
What's its magical power come from?
Which one is it? Are you talking about?
Vatican writer, if you click on try name, it got South and then got Carolina, but Carolina with a Y instead of an I.
Oh my god.
When you breathe in the humid air of South Carolina, your strength is increased tenfold, and you can see 20 minutes into the future.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Was it the try name or was it like the...
It was a try name.
Are you sure that's not
got
drug?
South and then it got Carolina.
Absolutely. That's awesome as fuck.
Are you sure that wasn't the drugs about seeing 20 minutes into the future?
I don't know. I'm not from South Carolina.
I think my favorite part is that I actually found Kyoton before I met him on Discord, and it was funny as hell when I was like looking through my resources that I had for this class and looking over my my resource link that I was making and seeing just, hey, oh, Kyoton, I remember this one. Oh, I clicked on this. Oh, that's that person. He's my friend.
He's my friend.
Just awesome songs.
I'm gonna switch to my laptop because my phone is at 5%.
Yeah, please switch to your laptop because I would like you here.
Okay, so as of right now, for my nations, I'm trying to answer these questions. Where it is on the map, what it exports, what it imports, and is that everything, or should we do a little more in depth?
Ask again?
So, what I have for my nation so far, I have where it is situated on the map, what it exports, and then I'm going to write what it imports. But is there something else I should take note of?
I was going to say, just write its exports more so than its imports. Because we can get that later.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Nice.
So this is kind of a placeholder, mostly because I.
Where's the city generator?
completed 9 exports. When is the time done?
6 more minutes. I'm giving everybody like 6 more minutes.
Yeah.
I'm being nice.
No!
Expand. Don't.
Real quick
Hey, Regina,
tangent.
I have a religion.
Huh?
I was gonna say something kind of not relevant to the course right now, so
okay.
You can go ahead first. Oh wait, crap. No,
I was just gonna ask Regina. I have a religion named Bayfree. Can you guess what the subject of this religion is?
You said Bayfree?
Yeah, Bayfree.
I was thinking Bellfire. I don't know why, but I was thinking Bellfire. What?
It's literally just, okay, your religion exists.
No, I like it.
Huh.
It's so great.
It's just an acceptance. Yes, your religion exists. I accept it. I'm not gonna follow it, but I accept it.
Another cool thing you guys could do, anytime you see a Z, just pop an X there. It sounds so chaotic, but every time you see a Z, just an X there.
Regina, how many things can we list as exports?
As many as you want.
As many as that city would noticeably do, because
I just put the main
one.
one.
If the city is only exporting stuff, then it's gonna run out of stuff.
Yeah, like for example, I have 2 nations here, nation 1 and 5 that are going to be specifically, knowledge and education as their export, meaning they are both going to be competing in knowledge, aka that's where you go and get your smarts done.
Okay.
Those places are specifically college towns, like Georgetown, basically.
Okay.
I even have one nation that just says exports nothing because they don't really have anything there.
Yeah. Sometimes they can just sustain themselves. I have one that has a gold and silver mines. I have one that has iron mines, and another one that's just strictly iron mines. And the nation is wood and iron mines because they are near an iron mine. One of them is fish and seafood, so they're gonna be fucking near water. You have knowledge and education. They can be just plop in the middle of the world. You know, things of the sort like that. Ships are going to be, of course, the ships and the seafood area are most definitely probably going to be near each other. You're going to have the gold mines, the wood and iron mines, and the iron mines. All 3 of those are probably going to be near each other or on opposite sides and are fighting for the same resources. I would assume one of them is going to have a better access to resources than the other. Grain is going to be smack dab in the middle because somebody needs to be able to outsource grain. So yeah.
I will expound on it when we get to talk about it.
What is 45 times 3?
90. Wait, no, that's 2. Sorry.
135.
Yeah. Oh wow, you guys did that faster than me.
Yeah, 135. So, okay, so this is what I'm also going to do on the server. This is just like a random thing as well as we're talking about this. We have 2 minutes left, and I'll talk in the last 2.5 minutes. But I'm going to do a movie night on here soon. Probably either on Friday or over the weekend at some point. And I kind of want to do for the movie night.
Hold on, I will be gone for just a quick moment. I need to talk to my neighbor, so.
No, you're good. And for the movie night, I want to watch a couple movies that are related to D&D that you can probably pull some ideas for a D&D world. and it is specifically 2 movies. One of them is a Pixar movie. One of them is a thing I am obsessed with, and I get a chance to force my friends to watch it if I have to assign it to them for class. It is The Quest. We're gonna watch the first 3 episodes of The Quest together as a family, kids. And secondly, we're gonna watch Onward.
I knew it.
Who said I knew that? Who said I knew it?
I was about to say it's the Pixar movie Onward. I'm like, yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the problem. Can I just rant for like the last like minute and 18 seconds? That was the one movie that I was like, I really want to see if Pixar comes out with a sort of like tabletop role-playing game based around the game inside of Onward, because it made sense. It literally was just D&D. They could have added their own stuff into it. You already made a world. You could have literally just said, yeah, we have centaurs and elves and all that stuff in it, and that's just how it is. They had the chance. They had a minotaur. They had a freaking what do you call it? What is the thing that's like half lion, half... What'd you say?
Chimera?
Yeah, they had that. They could have made an actually fully fleshed out game, and it worked. They even had a thing where they had to make it where they had to figure out how you could be a wizard.
I'm so sorry to say this, but this really sounds like copium.
It's so good, though.
You're a wizard.
No, I'm with you, but...
Oh my gosh! Like they had such an opportunity to like say, hey, D&D nerds, yeah, nerds, we know you're gonna buy shit. Here's some money. They could have made dice. Oh my god, Onward dice.
Okay, Onward dice would be sick.
No more.
Oh my god.
No, please. I'm a dice goblin. Don't do it.
All right, on time as always. Okay.
Give me a reason to watch Onward for another time.
No, because it's so good. Okay, sorry. Okay, well, hi everyone. Back to normal. I hope you guys got a good sense of what you guys wanted to make for your worlds and how you're gonna how do you think you're gonna put them all together on the world map. So now we're getting to the best part of it. If you haven't thought of country/nation names yet, don't worry. You have all week until next week to do that. Now, this is where the good part comes. If everyone looks back at the regular world building landscape PowerPoint online, this is where the good stuff comes in. Second part that I kind of wanted you guys to think about as well in your thing. Again, this was not a part of your guys' readings, but the reading that was literally right below it. Making of nations. When you make a nation, you should choose at least 2 points of conflict. 1 point of conflict would happen within the nation's borders, and 1 conflict would happen between the nation and some other group. Either a neighboring nation, nomads, a secret society, or maybe even a dragon in the mountain that is its nation's nemesis. A nation with no conflict is boring. Just straight up. So when you guys think of... Gladys, why the fuck would you... My posture's fine. Okay? I'm sitting up straight, I'm just short. Anyway.
I did know what that was. I just clicked it.
It's literally... It's...
Short.
Mm-hmm. I'm sad now. You called me short, guys.
Short. I don't know how tall you are, so I can't call you short.
Short.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm short.
Regina.
I'm short.
Regina?
I'm short. I'm short. I get it. I'm short.
Regina. How tall are you?
I don't want to say anything. Anyways, making a nation. Making a nation.
You're a cute short person.
I'm not even that short, but I'm short. Just in case.
Regina, you're a shorter than...
Are you shorter than 4'11"?
No.
And a half inches.
God, no.
Then you're not short, because I'm short.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so when you guys are thinking about your nations, remember in the future when we're talking about culture, make at least 2 points of conflict. You can't just say, yes, my nation does no harm. Your nation, if they're saying that, most likely has an underground slavery ring. Because that's on period. Anyways, minus the snoring in the background. I don't know why that's there. There you go. I think it's good. Here you guys go. So one other thing that I wanted to mention, and I think I did that, but I did it on purpose. Another thing that I wanted to mention, I know you guys love your empires. You know, Romans, Aztecs, Arabs, the Turks, the Indians, and the Chinese empires are some really good examples of larger success stories of empire building. Now, when you guys think about making empires, realize how complicated that is. I don't suggest that you do that on your first go around, but if you want to, go right ahead. I can't stop you. Okay? Okay.
Every city-state is just an empire.
No, but okay.
I'm more partial to the Ottomans myself.
Of course we are, because they're amazing. They were bad people, but I can't say that. I can't say that right now.
Can we really be mad at Suleiman the Magnificent, though? Can we?
Now, this is my favorite part. I'm sorry I have to move on, but this, my friends, is my favorite part of this. And this is the one that I know everyone is going to love. So now, this is what we're going to do. Everyone look at no mic for me.
I am back. What did I miss?
Nothing much. I promise you, nothing much. Now, if everyone looks in no mic for me, I'm gonna post 2 lovely little links. I'm going to be posting 2 sets of links.
All right.
Now,
I got myself some VR. Like you know those VR headsets that you put your phone in and then stuff like that. I got one of those. Now this is my favorite part. Boop.
Doing this one, and we're gonna also do planet/galaxy.
Oh yeah, are we physically making our maps now?
Yes, we are.
Hooray! I did that already, so. Well, mostly. I still have to mark borders and whatever, stuff like that.
Alright, everyone look at this lovely thing on the board.
Oh, that's a lot of limits.
Look at the board!
When I tell you guys I give you resources, I mean I give you resources.
I love
That's a lot of links.
I know.
Not a lot of links.
So, here, my friends, are these lovely things. They are maps. Specifically, and I will be showing you, don't worry, I will be showing you guys how to make us. I'll dabble in both of them, but I'm mostly going to be making for the majority of this class. I'm going to be using the map maker world maps because I am not going to be touching galaxies with a 10-foot pole because I am not versed in how to make sci-fi maps. I am more of a Victorian era girl. Very sorry.
Yeah, because sci-fi maps, you need to be 3D for them.
Yes.
So for Inkarnate, I'm looking at my map right now. I need to paint borders, and I don't know how to without paying premium.
I was just gonna export it to
By the way, if you pay premium, it's literally $25 a year.
I know, but I don't use Inkarnate enough for me to justify it. I use D&D enough, so.
Fair enough.
Hey, Regina.
Yes.
Regina, I got 2 words to justify why I don't have Inkarnate. I'm broke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold up, gang. Give me 30 seconds. I am going to do something because of that, because I have to do something real quickly. We're gonna do a BRB. We're gonna have no. Where's Larry? Larry is back.
Larry the cucumber.
No, not Larry.
Yeah, anybody but
Larry the lobster.
No, it's just Larry. Look at Larry, and you can see it in the channel. I'm gonna BRB for quickly. I don't know how to.
Cat. Oh no, it's Larry. There's Larry.
No, it's not. It's Larry, and Larry's.
He's watching you all. Don't be an idiot.
Looking at me sideways.
Why is
He's
he
giving
so
us the
close to
side
my
eye.
face?
If the
I'm
teacher
scared.
says
He's rude.
we're
Tell him
leaving
to stop.
Little.
Living like Larry.
No.
I found my people.
Right. What kind of words could we? What kind of words can we say and not get Regina in trouble?
Oh God.
Lobsters.
Shrimp.
This is fun.
Crustaceans.
Lobster's pretty good.
I love shrimp. It's a really good shellfish.
It is.
It's very selfish, though.
I can't eat shrimp anymore. It makes me sick.
Oh no.
Solid.
Brandon, there's a good reason why I always wear long sleeve things.
I only wear blue jeans for pants.
Why?
Someone asked why.
Yes, why?
Why?
Why do you only wear blue jeans?
Let's just
because
say
because that's worker because that's what my job tells me to. I wear black pants during the summer when it's positive 40 degrees Celsius. So
you are not very blue jeans.
Heck yeah, rough. No, give me a lot of rough.
No cap, people tend to look down when I don't wear blue jeans.
I only wear sweatpants and dresses.
That's how it works.
Okay, what I really want to see, like in proper D&D now, is beatboxing as a bard class.
No.
Technically, the voice is an instrument, so...
Exactly.
Well, technically it's not. You can't actually use it as an instrument.
You can't what?
You can't use it as your instrument as a bard.
What?
You have to have a physical instrument.
Bard
It's
is
dumb.
fun.
I hate it.
I'm pretty sure they did
Okay.
away with that in an Erita, actually.
I think where is it? Hold on. I think I have anything. Oh yeah, story stuff. Story folder. Wrong.
Hello, everybody. I'm back.
Bard stuff.
Can anyone hear me?
Birds do not need instruments in 5e.
Can
It
you
helps
guys-
them in their spellcasting by removing the need.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Components, but they do not need one if they so choose. Using
Hi.
a useful instrument as spellcaster focus makes things a bit simpler when playing a bard, but you don't have to use it. It's more of a spellcasting focus. And that's it.
How was Larry, guys?
We were telling Larry about the different D&D stuff I have.
Okay.
Well, we have, I guess. I have one that was like alternative bard stuff.
Okay.
I can't remember where it is.
We were also talking about how good shrimp is.
Understandable. Now, for you guys today, first of all, hello!
I have two different forms of bards that I would love to put into a game. The first one is the Banksy bard, which is like art, which is just artwork and stuff, which could actually be quite easy to implement since bards use artistic expression. Sorry, I'll
agree with that.
No, you're good.
And then the Doom bard, which is basically heavy metal bard.
I love just.
So just to get you guys something real quickly. So everyone in chat, I posted a ton of links and I pinned those messages. That's just the message for everyone to be pinned on. And if you want to look at that message over and over again, it's fine. And no, Meg, I sent 4 links separately just now, just so that everyone can figure out where I'm going to be on. And the very first link that I put, the mudobor.com/landgen, I want everybody to click on that one.
Sorry, which one?
It's going to be mudobor.com/landgen.
Okay.
I am 99% sure that sounds like a virus installer.
I promise you that it is not.
Do you not trust her? Do you not trust our teacher?
My computer went.
No, I do not trust anyone.
Fair enough.
Aww. Trust no one.
Trust no one. That way, when they betray you, you don't get hurt as much.
You want to talk, Busty?
Nah.
I think all of us need that talk because I actually agree with that.
I also agree with that.
You guys,
I think we all need to have a talk.
We all need to have a collective talk.
This is
no.
not a therapy session.
It could be.
Yes, this is D&D. This is absolutely a therapy session.
I was about to say, I don't know about you, but I feel this is very therapeutic to me.
So,
I have my map made.
I would like everybody... Ew. Wait a second.
I have so many things open.
So... Oh well, it's gonna happen. So, when everyone gets ready, I want everybody to just look at, in general, the, what do you call it? Just the, like, general, layout and everything as I'm waiting up for everyone. Just see how you guys like it.
I have Mudobor open. I also have a map made already on Inkarnate. I just can't draw the borders.
Okay, here, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna start from the beginning. Everyone click on open the editor. You're not gonna choose the template, and you're gonna just go with the width and height that it's already at. So 248 by 1536.
Yep.
And you're gonna have this basic outline, right?
Yes. It looks like the exact same one as you have, I think.
It's gonna start out the same way. And this is where the fun part comes. Do you guys want to do a world map, a continent, or a like how do you guys want to do it?
Are we helping you build your world?
No, I'm asking you guys. What do you guys want to see? Because I am gonna do a world map.
I would love to see island-based entirely.
Then world map.
So many archipelagos is what you want.
Yes, I don't want any land masses to disappear in the corners or anything like that. I just want to see every single island completely.
So this is what we're gonna do. So you're gonna do the water level, and you're gonna do it at 0%. And I'm gonna help you from here. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Water level
0%. Yes. Then you're gonna go to the land. So this entire website is amazing because of how great the land. The entire world. This entire website is basically made to do land generation. So it's amazing. It is already just phenomenal. So everything is perfect for this thing. So one thing that I'm going to do is this. Land complexity. Yep, land complexity. So I am like trying my best to go look around here. I'm gonna color in everything. I'm gonna add some stuff in.
Okay.
Because I want it to be complete and utter chaos. right? So bam. Second. We're going to go back up to the land generator, and I'm making the water level now 40%. And then we're going to go until I have a bunch of islands. So around 55 to 60%. And now a bunch of islands. This is modern feminism talking.
Yeah, definitely, most likely, I would not be using this one.
This I'm gonna explain why I'm showing you guys this one. So, who the fuck is Lexi? I was so confused. No, I didn't mean to say that, Lexi. The person just came in. I know who you are now. Sorry, Lexi. I thought I was mixing you up with somebody else, and I was confused when Lexi's pronouns dropped, and I was confused why it said any. So, yeah. No.
It's all good.
Huh?
It's all good.
Yeah, no, you're good. Did you want to say anything, Lexi? Other Lexi?
No.
You sure? You unmuted.
I was also confused for a moment, and then I was like, oh, other people have my name, that's right.
No, but... Oh, so your pronouns are dropping too?
New pronouns just dropped?
Did they?
New pronouns?
New pronouns?
Ayo?
So, I want to explain why I'm getting you guys to use this site. I know for a fact not everybody here can draw. That is not me saying not anybody in this call cannot draw. This is just me saying in general, not everyone can draw. And this website is amazing when it comes to this, because now all I gotta do is generate a new thing. Generate a continent. And then go from there.
If no one can draw, does that mean no one has hands?
What?
Yes, I've been typing with my feet the entire time.
That is a skill that
using
you...
my mind.
That is also a skill.
Sorry, I'm a cat. I only have paws. I've just been staring at the screen and stuff happens.
We're not talking about you, kitten. Get out of this call.
Nah!
Wow.
Wow.
No, kitten. Here, have some catnip and enjoy it. You earned it.
Enjoy your
I prefer Pop-Tarts.
Here, have the
Pop-Tarts
Pop-Tarts.
for cats.
Well, here, have the Pop-Tarts then. No.
I'm a kitty cat. And I dance when I'm a cat. I'm a kitty cat.
I might just use...
You might just kill the players, yes.
No, I would never just kill the player.
You wouldn't do it on purpose.
No, I would do it on purpose. I like seeing them suffer sometimes.
Yes.
Banishment.
I'm gonna do this one. I like this map because I can do something with this one. I can add land. Yeah. Another thing that I do like about this program as well is that not only can you just add land and it just work. Another immaculate thing about this thing is that it doesn't only add the land. It's not like it doesn't add a blob. It will also add noise so that so it doesn't just look like it's just there.
I like your world so far.
Thank you.
I wish I had my tablet.
I have my tablet right beside me. It's been untouched for the last few months because I haven't been drawing.
I can't find my cord. I swear, every time I find one thing for my tablet, I lose something else. I find my tablet, can't find my cord. Find my cord, can't find my pen. Can't find my pen, can't find my tablet.
Yay.
And I'll show you the next steps that I do to make my world map. Because this is not cheating, by the way. I do want to point that out. That's something I actually do want to say about this. This is not cheating. If you can't draw, you just need help. It is not cheating to get help from sites like this, because these sites are for to help you to make your world into what it is. So, yeah. You need help? Get the help. I would like my thing, please. Oh no, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
It just died. Don't tell me it died. Be nice to me.
Did your mouse die?
Thank God. No, it didn't. Okay.
The site died?
I thought I was gonna die. I didn't want it to die. I was so afraid.
Don't you go die on me.
You know what's worse? You know what the worst part about this is that this is gonna be on. This is gonna be on.
It's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, this is gonna be on YouTube forever.
Yeah. So what?
Okay.
We're gonna get copyright struck.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're. Hold up. They're not that good. Don't be nice to them. They are not that good. Calm down. No.
Bee Gees? Oh yeah, they only had that one song.
No, I was talking about you guys, but that works too.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't me being serious, but okay.
I'm used to singing she shanties, so. One day when the talking is done, they'll take all the evening gold. Yeah.
There have been so many covers of Wellerman so far.
Well, yeah, that's because that for some reason that's the one that took off. Like the longest John's.
This year, it was mostly this year.
Well, yeah, no, it was last year, 21.
Well, what will you do with the drunken sailor?
I know that one should have been the one that got covered so much because that's the most famous one.
It literally says drunken sailor in the name.
Yeah,
way
drunken sailor
rises. Yeah.
And I'm kind of surprised that. Well, I guess not because Pirates of the Caribbean didn't really have any word pirate songs to play with, so. Nothing from the Pirates of the Caribbean really became popular other than what was already popular.
Everything I make a
Because
Oh, I just wanted.
Donut Land.
Can I just erase that?
Oh, we got
You
free
do something
territory
with this.
QXB in there. Reporting.
Hey, what?
We can do something.
In the chat.
Hold up.
Ah, yeah.
Murder.
Exterminate. I actually haven't.
There you go.
I haven't seen any.
Thank you for telling me about that.
Oh yeah, I was looking at. I've been watching the stream, so.
Thank you.
He gone. He dead.
Yeah.
I've been looking at your stream every now and then, so therefore I did not see it.
Yes, but I think this time
And
you need to
my other favorite thing about this as well is that like when you erase stuff, it doesn't erase it weirdly. It erases it like it's supposed to. If that makes any sense. Yeah. Like also, if I want to do this too.
I'm digging around.
Regina?
Yeah.
I have to go because I have to do an errand with my mom, but thank you for everyone for having me. And
Yeah,
I will
absolutely.
Take care.
See you next time.
Bye.
Please come back.
Absolutely.
Ow.
Quit hurting yourself.
I think I'm starting to like this.
So then I would say, okay, what are you sending next? And they'll tell you X,
You can do something with this.
Yeah, that's what that's why I'm excited. That's why I also really like this one, because it's like, hey, I can. It allows me to do stuff with it. Release mask. No.
I've just been messing around and I've made a couple of rivers and maybe a small bit of lakes. The lake.
I just went to Inkarnate, chose randomly generation, and I'm like, okay, let's stick town, mountain, and then I still have not found a way to draw my borders, but I have enough room for all 7 of my
When
nations.
remember what it said inside of the thing. You always when you do that, what you do is that you make your borders should follow natural occurring. What is it called? Natural landmarks.
Not really. That's like we've looked.
Natural
if you look at-
geography.
Yeah. Listen, we don't count Utah. We don't count Utah or Texas or Wyoming. We don't count those places. Don't.
I was thinking more
the
of
boxes.
the European Mediterranean area, but
Someone likes to make fun of states.
Listen.
Who doesn't like making fun of America?
Hey,
Americans.
Listen, I come from a state that looks like a mid. We gotta make
Same, new friend. Wait.
Michigan friend.
Hey. I must try to find where you are.
That sounds like stalker territory stuff.
No, I understand completely.
To be fair, I am very lonely here. Okay.
You want to talk about lonely? You want to talk about lonely?
I don't know. I wouldn't
You
even.
want to talk about? You want to talk about lonely? You want to talk about lonely?
Let's talk about it. What's up?
Let's talk about lonely.
I'm trying to make sure, Pyro, you're the one that said you're from the midden, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Friend request. Boom. New friend.
Here's lonely. We have less than 100 people living in my town. We classify as a hamlet.
Yeah, I come from a state that doesn't exist, Ohio.
No, wait, no.
You come from the lands between?
Yes.
I come from the land down under.
Someone Australian?
We're right above you.
I will be moving to Michigan like next month though, but still.
Hey.
Oh, you came at the right time. It's gonna get hot and sweaty.
Well, jokes on you. My birthday July. I was born in the heat.
I was born in the middle of winter.
I was born in the dead of winter.
I was born in the middle of July.
I was born at the end of March.
I was born in the beginning of summer.
During autumn.
June something then.
This looks like this.
No, I was born in May.
Wait, who was born during autumn?
Hold up. No, I don't think. That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing though. Hold up. I think I'm done. I think I've made my world map, guys.
Congratulations.
How does it look?
Give the stream a quick second to load.
You wanna
15 seconds behind.
Yeah, I'm
you
a
wanna
little
be
behind.
Wanna be kind and make my map for me, Regina?
No.
I really like your map. Yes.
Yeah, I'll make
I
it.
love the enormous lake in the middle of the southwestern one.
Yes. So this is gonna be the area of like I'm making an entire section like up here. It's gonna be like up here is gonna be like the area of the regular nomad people, and it's gonna be like, we've never really gone, like it's just up here, right? That's the only people that would be up here. So you're gonna have like 3 like countries, like yeah, we just vibe, and everyone else is like, bro, there's like more.
There's more to this world than just your little island.
Yeah, like.
I made a marsh, I guess. I've made marshlands.
Again, I have made my map, except I can't draw the borders to these lands because I got this main continent that has 4 nations on it. But I can't draw it. I can't draw on these maps, and I don't know why.
I have Inkarnate open also. And I just have like 2. I have 2 continents separated by water. That's all I got.
4.
Yeah, I'm drawing my own map because that site nearly crashed my computer.
Really?
I was.
No.
Yeah, mine wasn't working properly.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And yes, Ghost, I'll make your map for you.
Nice. I was joking, but okay.
No, I'm not making it anymore. You gotta make it yourself.
Only for a total of $5.99.
Whatever you say.
You have a island.
Whatever you say, baby.
So what you want to know? World? You want the continent, that will cost you $10.99. You want an island, $5.99.
Are you charging per island?
For peninsula. How much do you charge for peninsulas?
You're charging per peninsula.
I'll say it's kind of an island, but part of a continent. So let's make it $7.99.
Is that with or without tax?
Oh, if you want text, baby, it's a whole new level.
Oh no!
You know what? You're gonna connect. You're already trying to touch. Connect.
I'll make y'all maps for half that, bro.
Hey, okay, all right. How much would you charge for an isthmus?
It's like your name is in neon lights or something like. Cordell is blinking and.
250.
Okay, I'm gonna. This is the world. This is my world map. I'm excited about it. Hold, I'm gonna add a little area down here, and then I'm done. I'll make this island a little bit bigger.
How much would you charge for a landmass that has no water whatsoever, and the seas that are quote-unquote seas is just sand?
Interesting.
That's
That's very interesting. Oh man. Oh,
No.
I like.
like I'll do that for like $4.
I like where this man is going.
The whole thing $4. The whole world map.
The whole world map for like $4.
Okay.
Look, I need my alcohol money.
I feel that.
Okay, let me stop putting in marshlands.
Make
Or
sure that
the
you're
entire
that you're.
country is marshland. Before the entire continent is marshlands. Okay.
I was gonna also say make sure that you have at least one area that is considered like that's like basically that is like what do you call it?
I'm gonna make some fried rice.
That sounds so good, man.
Oh, dude, I'm hungry. Fuck.
Me too, bestie.
I said that. I said that so y'all can suffer.
No.
So have fun.
No, I'm not.
I'm still eating my Cheetos, so.
Do you need strips?
You do this, you monster.
Don't you use those gold ones?
I never said I
like
never
the
said
map
I was
that
a
I have.
kind person.
I like the map that I have. I still don't know how to draw my borders on here, or else it would be perfect as it is, and then I can just add more as we progress through the game.
All right.
No, too much.
After you're done with like filling in all the little nooks and crannies on your map that you like, I like this where it is. I have an idea, like a basic idea, and I might add some more stuff in there later on. But what you're going to do is you're going to click this button up here called export, and you can either export it as three things. As a regular image, so you can just see it as it is. You can put it as a trace image, which is just a black ocean and a white land, no coastal effects or anything. And this is just beautiful just so you can trace it into your maps in Inkarnate. Or the height map, or as a height map that you can import into a Wonder Draft, which is an expensive program. So I just export it as a black and white.
I don't know if I can like share. I don't know if I can share.
You can't sadly
but
share.
I have it.
If you have Wonder Draft, then it would be the best thing for you to do is to download it as a thing, a height map, and then you can go from there. So now you've done this. As you can see, I've actually done a little something in Inkarnate already. Made a little thing about 2 weeks ago because I was just trying to dabble and see how it would work perfectly. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a new map. And I like using parchment because I don't like anything other than black and white because it looks weird, except if I'm doing like a battle map. And since I'm not doing a battle map, I am doing parchment.
Parchment.
And
I'm doing the I have to figure out a way to get that website to work on my laptop because it keeps on crashing my laptop kind of design.
Oh. Which one? The landmass one or the Inkarnate?
Both.
Oh yeah. Inkarnate is extensive. If you don't have a good program, it's not going to work. So, what you're going to do first is what I like to do so you can trace it to make it better is you're going to add your own custom stamps. So I
just use the free stuff.
Nah. Custom stamps isn't custom stamps free?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
Custom stamps are not free on Inkarnate.
Yeah, not the reason that I stopped using it. There was a lot of stuff.
I did not know that. If I knew that, I would not have.
Person problems, I guess.
No, because the problem is that I'm a DM. And me being a DM also means that I'm making a lot of maps. So I bought.
Regina don't speak broke.
I mean, yeah.
You know how map-oriented I am as a DM, Regina.
Exactly. So.
I make one map and I constantly update it, but it barely is used.
Yeah. So now, this is where the good part comes in.
We're on that 4 time period.
So, I am going to click a mask tool. Here, you know what? Let me do this. I'm going to, first of all, let me do this. So I can help everybody make a map on there as well. As I said I was going to do anyways. Give me a second. Let me pin this, because this is going to be my official one. I'm going to lock it to the screen, and I'm going to turn it down all the way to, I believe I do 25. I'm gonna do 30. And I'm gonna click save. And I'm gonna call it WorldBuilding Wednesday map. Named. Now, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it on here. Now, the method that I'm about to teach everybody is not the method that is my own method, okay? I'm gonna just tell you guys that off the cuff. So, take everything I say as it is being regurgitated out of my mouth. Understandable?
Yes.
Alright.
I zoned out for a second, I'm sorry.
So, everybody go on to Inkarnate. I'm going to return to my own maps. Go to create a new map.
I already made my map.
I'm making a parchment map because I don't like anything else. But you can choose anything else.
Get back into Inkarnate and not click on my test map that I did years ago.
Yeah, I got you though.
Yeah. Okay. And click on...
I'm gonna wait for you guys here. I'm gonna drink something.
I see what you mean by the parchment.
Mm-hmm. Tell me when everyone gets on to this one.
I am on Inkarnate. I have my own map that I have been partially working on before.
Yeah, no, you're good. You can just do that. You're fine.
Okay, I still don't know how to draw borders on here because the paintbrush doesn't work.
I can't. I don't know.
You can't draw borders on Inkarnate with the free version.
Yeah, no borders.
You gotta buy it.
Are you serious? Is everything behind a paywall?
Yeah.
Most things in Inkarnate are behind a
There's
paywall.
a reason that I don't really use it for a town.
Which is why I have been saying, Regina, I can't get Inkarnate because I am broke.
I'm so sorry.
I am already subscribed to too much, so...
I'm going to just continue on though.
I think it's subscriber based.
I'm going to continue on for the viewer instead of you guys, but if you're on Inkarnate and you just want to do it We'll be fine. I got you guys. You just take your map, you download your map, and you do it in another program because Inkarnate sucks. I'm sorry that you can't do it for free. But if you do want to put in that money for the extra 200, the extra $25 a month, $25 not a month for the year, here's what you do. So, if you are we're just gonna make a map. Everyone, if you can, even if you cannot make your borders and all that stuff, which really suck. I'm sorry. Can you at least do the path tool?
No, path is paid. You gotta pay for paths.
And so is the brush tool.
The brush tool, you can you have like a texture thing. It's not working on my end for whatever reason. You cannot do color.
Jeez.
You can do mask option, except that carves away the map that you made already.
I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me just. Okay, hold up. Well, I'm still gonna teach you guys how to use Inkarnate, and I'm sorry for people. So.
It's fine. It's just how things are.
I've been writing swear words with the subtract tool. Okay. Whew. That hit me. I can't. Can I give inspiration? I'm gonna give you inspiration for that because You know what? Lexi, you get inspiration. Happy Kwanzaa. The next roll you do, you have a nat 20. Have it, because I couldn't. So what you're gonna do in Inkarnate is that you're gonna go with the masking tool, and you're gonna go to add mode, and it doesn't matter whether you do the edge or the circle one. It just matters that you put your masking tool, you put the mask mode size, the brush size all the way up to 200. So then what you're gonna do from there is you're just gonna draw a big blob. You're gonna draw a huge blob and color it in on your map. And then you're gonna go in with your subtraction tool at size. At size. I'm gonna keep it at size 30. Keep it at size 40. If I can get to 40. And then you're just gonna actually go back to 40. 40 go back to 30. 30 is big. You're gonna go in 30 and you're just gonna make X's now. Just scribble.
I think part of the reason why I only focused on one nation in both of my current games is because of maps like this.
And then you're just gonna go in.
Easier to just.
Yep, and then you're just gonna go in and just see something that you like, and you just erase like the parts that make no sense to you. Go in like that. If you like a curve, you make it better. If you like the curve, you add to it. And you just keep going. Right there. Got stuff like that.
It's just an hour. I hope they mean they're going to be at 9. No, it says you have. Oh well, maybe so. Okay, they better handle this business right. Because your appointment's at 10. Okay.
Just go in. Keep going in. And you just color. Maybe you like that set of islands right here. You want to add to it. Maybe you have like a big continent up here. Like you want to just like do like a dippy dip. And then like
dip.
like that, and then you just want to, you can even add more stuff back into it, so like a continent that's like this. And then you go back on the subtract tool, and you just like go back a bit and then do like that. Erase some stuff that you don't want.
I just hear somebody leave at that exact moment.
Yeah.
Get rid of stuff you don't like.
I didn't kick them out. I see, I need to head out for dinner. Have fun. That's fine.
Get rid of their cells. I'm sure of it.
We're almost done. Don't worry. We have like another hour. I'll get through this one. I'm just trying to show you guys how to get like the basic map done. Like a basic looking map. And if you guys want this map afterwards, I can just give you the map so you can clone it.
Oh, that time. But I mean, the last time I got it cut. Shorter than the first time. Well, it was longer at the top, but shorter around.
No one knows why it exists.
And now, if I smooth that out a bit, put that in there, and then what you do, which is what I like to do, is that you make it like a size 9. You put your roughness down to like 3, and you just go in and you just make little dents to make it more feel like something.
Just bonking on the head a few times.
Yep.
My Twitch stream died.
Is my stream dead?
Nope. I
Oh,
still
okay.
see it, but
Okay.
it's so slow.
Oh no.
Defined by slow. What do you mean slow?
15, 20 seconds behind.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I'd rather that. That's fine.
But it didn't have any kind of red tinge to it. It's just
I thought you meant like it was like.
clear looking liquid, yeah.
My
Anyway, you
player
can barely
went
see it in the thing.
kind of
Canister's been on there for a week and a half, so it's really not even draining that much.
and I'm trying to refresh it to see what happens. Uh oh.
That's how fast the water was coming out of him. He was slow and liquid just coming out of him. And when I got to the hospital, it was like stuff lined up on the side of the wall coming out of him. What did he have lined up on the wall? Liquids that came out of him at the bottom. You know, instead of emptying it, they lined it up. The salt was coming out so fast. They probably did it like once a day or so, once every few hours. Was it a wound vac? It wasn't a wound vac. It was like a big cup, like a cup of it. You know, the pea cup, the thing. Urinal.
And last but not least, a little bump right there, right there, and right there, right there. And you know what? We're gonna do
Every
this.
little island needs its little friend.
Yeah. Because then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make it a little lower, a little longer, a little shorter, and just a little dent in there, and a little dent up there.
Because he was peeing that much. He was a little skinny guy. And when I got in the hospital,
Right there. Right there. Right there. And now, if you just like get rid of that, curve this part. Congrats, everybody. You now have a world map.
Yay!
As you can see here.
I also have some of the egg fried rice, so...
Random map. I think this is number 5.
Have enough to share with the class?
Yes,
I'm not like that.
With the class.
I'm not like that.
I don't care about the class, I care about myself.
Can I get some?
Get your own food.
Can I get some?
Oh, yes. We
You know
got
what,
the best
Regina?
of that right.
You know what, Regina? Drive down to my house and you can have some.
You know I can't drive. That was so mean.
It's okay.
You said that on purpose too. That was so mean.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
How dare you?
I want love and affection. I mean, you just hurt me.
Don't worry.
Listen,
All the time.
When we meet.
All the time. You just hurt me.
You have my love and affection, Regina.
Give it back.
Changes. What did I do?
It's taking a long time for it to say.
Hold up. I'm going to export this as a file. And you all, my lovely members of the Discord. By the way, if you are in this watching this, you can watch the Discord. The Discord's in the thing. Here you guys go. A map. Play with it however you want.
Map.
So, the next one. And can I give you guys a third option as well that you might actually do better with?
Sure.
So this is the thing, right? I didn't want to give you guys this map because I know with this one it's a lot more restrictive, and at the same time it's a lot more how do I say? Cheap.
The newer update.
There's one map in particular that I want to show you guys. And you guys are going to look at it and be like, that's a virus. And I promise you it actually isn't. It's on my computer. It's not a fucking virus. It is...
Not a virus.
It's not.
It says as it does virus things.
It is this website. This is the website called Nortonus, and it is a interesting one.
Oh.
Your computer literally needs to have at least 3 gigabytes of RAM to run this program.
Really?
I said RAM, not ROM. Calm down.
Ramen.
So it is on here. It is up here, and I will send it again in the No Mic channel.
Alright,
I am not at I'm so sorry to play in this world. Parchment. I am not at 2,000 points yet. Well, how many points are you guys at? People who are in the channel.
I said 2,000.
I was at 1.2k before the stream stopped working.
Oh, before the stream stopped working, I'm so sorry.
So
930.
Oh my god, I think it was just Twitch brain farting.
I found, like, when I first started the stream, I was at 1,000. Now I'm at 2,000. So that means within 4 more days of this, I should be able to put my name in.
Yes.
And that's if I'm not spending my points for anything else. And if I keep collecting those boxes.
So you can have a total of 2
Regina,
entries if you have
I'm not spending anything on you.
a good amount of points.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, I can. Yes, I technically have the ability to enter my name twice if I don't spend my points at all. Other than
510.
No, sad boy.
That's good, which means everyone will have the chance to at least enter the poll once.
Everybody will have
Yes.
a chance to enter in once. Yes.
That's the point that I wanted to have. Yes, indeed. So if you look at this map generator, this is an amazing thing. I currently cannot run it on my computer and show you all because at the moment it doesn't work with the stream. But I will tell you the types of maps that I've gotten from it so that it's easier for you guys to look at and be like, I wonder if this would work.
While you are explaining this version of map creation, I'm going to get my spaghetti and shrimp.
Alright.
Somebody touch my spaghetti.
Just to show you the type of maps that come from this program, one of the lovely, amazing maps that came from this program is this map.
I can't see the stream yet.
You will see it on stream in about 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Oh wow, that really is a beautiful map.
Indeed it is. And if you do this, and I'm doing this now, you can look around and see just how detailed it is. Not only does it give you actual maps, it gives you the town of Bentamick. It gives you a country. It tells you whose farms are in what place. It gives you a mountain range and just a bunch of different hills. It shows you how detailed everything is.
Okay, quick thing.
And
I can see somebody using this sort of app for a book one because I because I immediately got the this is in the book. This is a fantasy book thing. Like this is something that Tolkien would have in his book idea. As for a D&D setting, do you really need to get this detailed and this pretty unless you really want to invest your characters in there or your players in there?
You don't. But it's still a helpful thing as well as presentation. It's still a very helpful tool for people who really need that help in figuring out how you do certain things in your world. So yeah, this is probably most likely for a book. If you want to make a world map and dive deeper into it, you could do that. Or if you, for example, want to do it for this world, you can edit it so that you can say, I only want 6 countries. I only want this area. I want it to be this big. I want these countries.
I have finished inhaling my food now.
Okay.
Damn, boy. Slow down.
Don't do that. That's bad for your lungs.
You'll get indigestion that way.
You'll start burping. In any case.
But yes, this is some of the type of maps that are made in this map generator. It is a really good generator, and I do recommend it. And it's free, and it's good for you to use. Here's another example of a map that was generated in this map generator. That's on the actual website itself. Because, hey, maybe you just don't want to use this. Maybe you don't want to use the information on the map, but you just like the shape of the world itself. You can use the world and put it in Inkarnate like before, trace it in Inkarnate, and then go from there. Like, overall, this is amazing.
These maps look amazing, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now we're done with that. Thank goodness. Oh, and the last one. I didn't even go through the entire slide yet for this, but the very last one that I have is actually a random map table. Now, it isn't like all the other fancy schmancy things, but if, for example, you don't know what you want to put in your world at all whatsoever, and you're just at the point where you're just like, I'm stuck. I'm like stuck. Here is a map table. If anybody recognizes this map table, yes, this is the same table that I've used for my own personal game that I'm currently making. But other than that, yeah.
Is this where you like roll a whole bunch of dice and be like, Alright, here's how everything works out.
Yeah. You get a dice, you get 10 d4s, 5 d6s, 5 d10s, 12 d8s, 6 d12s, and 8 d20s. You grab them, you throw them, and hope for the best.
And be like, yes, this works.
Yeah.
I like that way, in all honesty.
And if you just want to do something online only, you can literally roll, like for example, if I roll right now, I can see that, let's see, I need a d8, a d4, I have my dice tray down here, a d4, another d8, no, 3 d6s, and a d12. And I would just, on a table, I would roll. So I would have, in my world, if I rolled it, I would have 12 towns, 2 cities. Actually, fuck it. I'll do 4 cities. 4 cities, 4 rivers, 2 lakes, a single mountain range, and 1 forest in my world. And I would go from there.
Gonna be one of those where you like take a fistful of dice and just toss it on a sheet of paper and then draw around the dice.
That's what the random map table is for, yes.
Oh. Okay.
The big one is for the mountain range, and it even gives you on top of stuff to roll as well. It's like optional. See how many mountains lead to hills. Roll 2d4 to see how many.
D4s. Perfect.
Exactly.
Nice and pointy.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, roll 1d4 to see how many lakes lead to rivers. Because lakes can lead into rivers, which lead into the ocean. For rivers, make sure your rivers connect to mountains. They will be the end of the river. Optional. For towns, roll 1d6 minus 1 to see how many towns are villages, because you would have a couple villages. For cities, roll 1d4 minus 1 to see how many cities are capital cities. And for forests, you'll roll a coin. You'll flip a coin to see if your forests surround a landmark or your landmark is outside of the forest. Just, basic stuff. And to everyone who's looking at this, I believe that you all can make it to getting enough channel points for it.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Even though I'm at 1.3k.
You will make it, as long as you keep working on it.
As long as I keep lurking on her page constantly every time she goes live.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, those are the 4 things that are for the land section. I hope that information was nice and concise for everybody. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go in and do what I was going to do for the entire time, which is go in with 5. Because I already have my landmass, and now I'm going to go and try to draw. I have to now trace all of this shit. Hold up. And this is where the tedious parts comes in. We are now we have silence and we can just work on maps together as a family. AKA, we have 30 minutes left.
That we are still on the same site that we was when I left.
Yep, absolutely. The most therapeutic thing to me to do is to draw and fill in maps.
Bucket tool.
Do you know what's therapeutic for me?
What?
It's probably stressful for a lot of people. Let me pull it up. But see if I can post it in no mic. But it is literally like a lot of work I've done, and I'm still not done with it.
If you show me a Lego set, if it's even if it's a Lego Death Star, bro, I'm gonna fight you.
I won't be able to open it. I won't be able to open it because it's a docs.
Yeah.
What's it? It's a Millennium Falcon.
Is it actually a Millennium Falcon?
No.
No.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I'm opening. It's a document. It's a Google document.
Okay. I was gonna say that it actually is. If it is, I'm not gonna look at it still.
If someone is able to open it up and give me your comments.
I cannot open. I don't want to open it on stream.
Wait a minute.
I can't
I'm
open
trying to
docs.
understand it.
Okay. Actually, I have to go see if I need to help my dad with something, so I'll actually be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. I thought about this halfway as I was drawing this. Me realizing something. This is gonna be done by next week anyways. But the last and very last one that I love doing, and everyone else has been already looking at it, and this is also towards, crap, what is their name? I'm looking at their name right now. Lexi. There we go. That's better.
That docs file is Christ almighty.
What is it?
It's like an analysis of like a specific kind of, like, I think it's like classes and stuff, and it's like it's laid out in such like a complex way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's a deep analysis.
Love it.
Wait.
But yeah, Lexi. There it is. That's what I wanted to ask. Lexi. Hi.
Yes, hello. Hi.
How are you?
Hey, another day, another sleigh.
Okay. I was trying to. What I'm gonna do is this. Everyone knows about Asgard, right? I don't have to pull up Asgard and show you guys.
Depends on which Asgard you're talking about. Are you talking about Asgard as in proper Norse mythology, or Asgard as in Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Anyway, so Asgard fantasy map generator.
Oh, Asgard.
Yeah.
Yay! You gotta drop the consonant at the end.
You already know why I'm excited about this one.
Yes, lovely map has been updating, and it still is. And I want you guys to understand. There's a Discord. Sorry, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. They added a Discord in the last update, which was 4 weeks ago.
I already joined this on Reddit. I'm already on the Reddit page. Okay. This is something also that I wanted to point it out. Not only is this site just amazing, star-studded, immaculate, amazing. It is cock. That I don't think I can put that.
Cock?
I don't think I can. I'm not sure if I can have that on stream or not.
He's pulling his tongue out.
No, look at stream. Look at stream. Lexi.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That was just randomly generated.
Regina, it's just a chicken. Get your head out of the gutter.
I'm sorry. Okay, cocking.
It's a verb. everything
some
is
people
fine,
do
you know?
get cocked. It's okay.
But anyways, I love this site because it has so much stuff that you could just look through. For one, this section, I love it because of this lovely little thing called different templates that they have. And first of all, they have a world map that you can just new map, and it loads it up. Yeah, it just loads up a world map, by the way. It's so cool. And like you can like remake a world map. It's just really awesome. I love it. It's so great. Anyways, besides the point. Even though that's awesome. No, that's not what I cared about. The template ones are my favorite one because then what is Old World again? I think Old World. My favorite one to put is I believe it's either low islands or continents. Let me see I think continents is new. Yeah, continents is new. Yeah, this is brand new. I don't care about this one. But the worst one is a lovely I think it's Atoll.
Yeah, Atoll is awful.
Is it Atoll? Yeah. What is this?
Want me to be serious? That's an atoll.
What is this? It's disgusting.
So, in the real world, atolls are a lot smaller.
I would say the atoll doesn't look bad for a fantasy world.
No.
Maybe a seafaring campaign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. In terms of like, okay, I need to build we have an entire ring of land, and the entirety of the campaign takes place within that ring. You got a bunch of islands, you got like a main island, you can go on to the ring. If you try to go out on the forest, out there, oh well, you're gonna get eaten by a kraken, but oh well. I gotta remember that. That would make a good campaign. Especially the seafaring campaign.
You're not wrong, but it's just like, oh, this is also new. I'm gonna new map this. This is new. Oh, I see. I see what that is. Okay, thank you for nothing. It's not really good. What's Old World? What is fractionus? Let me map it. Ew! What is that?
I don't know.
What is that?
Give us a second.
We can't see it.
Yeah.
Why does it look like that?
Oh, good grief!
What's happening?
Interesting.
Zoom out.
This is very marshy terrain.
This is it.
I love that.
Oh my god, that looks like such a pain to travel through on foot or on boat.
Not just that, whenever it comes to the marshy terrain, you expect it to be more city.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do
like
this.
that one
I'm gonna
for the
leave.
sole purpose of like, okay, yeah, you need a flight speed in order to travel this.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go back to Mediterranean. My baby.
Few updates of this one, you can now terraform.
You've been able to terraform. What do you mean?
Well, the update that I last played in, it didn't allow me to terraform.
How do you terraform? Because how I used to terraform is by going into tools and then fucking with the like the height map.
In the last one that I ever fully did, the height map wasn't a thing.
Wait a second.
It was at the very
you
beginning.
can terraform?
In the beginning.
Okay.
In the beginning. What the fuck is happening?
1, what have I missed? 2, has anyone looked through my dock?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I didn't touch your dock.
I hated it.
I promise it's not full of viruses.
I didn't do anything.
It's more like I can't see it because it's a doc X.
It's as complex as a virus. A very good one.
Alright. You want to see if I can try to change the...
Put into probably Google Doc.
Why are there so many veins? I mean lakes.
Veins. I'm totally using that for all my legs now.
What if I compressed it into a zip file?
That would mean yes, I could be able to see it, but I'll still have to download it.
Oh. Well, let me see if I can just make it into a Google Doc.
Sorry, gang. But yeah, Asgard in general is just a really good website to use. I'm sorry for the yawn, by the way, if you're watching this in the future.
Wait,
but
that thing creates emblems and banners and stuff?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it's a new update. And listen, honestly, in the next year or so, they're also going to be adding, which I'm so excited for, imports and exports. Yeah.
So far, I have gotten 10,165 words on this. I'm not done yet. Why is it side by side? It should not be side by side. Does anybody know how to fix it to where it's not side by side?
I don't know what you mean by that. You mean reading from side by side?
Yeah. Yeah, like reading side by side instead of up and down.
I forgot how, but no, sorry, honey. But yeah, Asgard is a good site. You'll enjoy it. That's a good site. All of the sites that I have shown today will be in the description below, so everyone will have access to everything. Plus, at the end of the class, I'm going to be releasing the my Word document that I used for the class to teach it.
I think I froze my laptop.
Probably.
That's not good.
I don't.
Alrighty.
All right.
All right, now what?
I'm just filling in the map now.
Nate.
Because what we're gonna do next week, essentially, for people who are watching this on YouTube, the next episode. For the next episode, what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to what we're going to do is we're gonna look over what our maps are from last time, do some finishing touches, and then move on to the culture side of it.
Culture. I'm excited for this since I remembered the question I asked you last week. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't make this into a Google Doc.
Too many pages?
60 pages.
That's not bad.
Should be able to share Google Docs really easily. I do that all the time.
It's not originally a Google Doc. It's a Word document.
Yeah, you just upload the Word document into it. You click on Word, you go into Word, open up a blank document, then click the Open tab, and then when you click the Open tab, you should be able to upload anything, and it'll upload it for you automatically.
Nothing's working right.
The amount of dead air is staggering. Gonna be honest.
Honestly, at least on stream there's music.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good at least.
You know, buddy, I know you got this from Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, do you know who my new friend is?
Who?
What the fuck did I miss?
I'm talking to my baby brother. I got him to watching Harry Potter. So
I know, but that was just so interesting. I know you get that from Build-A-Bear. Like, what?
Oh, he got a Hogwarts acceptance letter from Build-A-Bear.
That's awesome.
Dear Name, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchery and Wizardry. We very much look forward to receiving you as parts of the new generation of Hogwarts heritage. Yours sincerely, Miss McGonagall, Professor McGonagall.
Interesting.
Nice.
And the full name of his Build-A-Bear is Fluffy.
Just Fluffy. Aww.
That's awesome.
That was the reference.
That's a reference?
Yeah, Fluffy is the name of the three-headed dog.
Yeah.
That Hacker owns. Yeah. They took Fluffy from me. That thing has a name?
That thing has a name? Of course it has a name.
She has a name.
You had Harry Potter's. Yes, we did have Harry Potter's glasses.
Harry Potter.
Oh, there we go. I finally got it as a Word document now.
Yes. Told you.
Alright. What do I do? Share it?
Yeah, you can share it in the mic.
Alright. Hey, be careful. They can hear you. Don't say my name, okay? Okay. Oh, he has a thing that says Expecto Patronum.
Expecto Patronum.
He used that spell on me. Apparently, I'm a Dementor. I'm like his biggest nightmare, I guess. I don't know.
A Dementor sucks the souls out of everyone.
I know.
And then kills them.
No, it sucks the happiness out. It has to kiss you for its soul. AKA, don't get married, kids.
But
you know what? Fair.
anyway, there's the document.
Mary
There-
Juliet.
There's that document I said.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Zara would like it though.
So this is an analysis on the Golden Sun classes,
Yes.
spread out into little nitty tables.
It's more when you go further down. It's my own breakdown of the classes and stuff like that. Like if you go down to class breakdown and I label it from mono elemental to dual elemental, tri-elemental, and tetra elemental, which is also just the item classes. For the Squire series, I say heal with cure, damage single opponents with Ragnarok or Odyssey, damage multiple opponents with the Gaia series, has little power points and has average agility. While it can do more than just that, that's the main use of the class.
Makes perfect sense.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Do what?
I have no idea what any of that means.
Yeah, I never played Golden Sun, but
I don't think we're supposed to.
It's for me to understand it.
Yeah, like as long as you understand it, hon, that's perfectly fine. So I think I can end class early, to be honest, because we're all just drawing. You're just all just working on our maps.
Yeah.
Hey, Regina, don't forget I wish to torture Miss Announcer Lady.
Oh shit, you're right. So let me do that. I'm gonna do that then. Absolutely.
It's okay. You know how my character loves her and yada yada yada.
Yeah. No. You're still gonna. It's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up a second. Let me finish this last island and then I'll be done.
I'll take your time.
Also, if you're an Inkarnate, make sure you don't go over 300 changes. I've seen someone do 1,000 and it's not fun if they lose that shit.
Oh my.
Because I've lost it at 200 before.
That's already a pretty big thing.
Yep.
I'm finally done with this.
That's good.
Define done with this. You talking about the map?
Yes.
Yes, got it.
Mostly. Mostly done.
I shall do a map in the near future.
I've already done my map. I added where the mountains originally was. I removed the mountain and added another kingdom there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna end stream early, I think. Yeah, because we can, because we're just like drawing the maps. And I'm gonna do that. I was gonna ask for comments, questions, or concerns, but I don't think any of you guys really have any comments, questions, or concerns. Except for next week, which is culture.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun.
I hope, and I'm gonna look at I hope that everyone is having the best day possible, and I hope that my information was extremely easy. Gift from Gabby.
What did I just do?
Sorry, I had to read chat for 2 seconds and I was confused. Welcome, Gabby, by the way, to the stream. But we're about to end it anyways. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the second class of the World Building Wednesdays. Next week, we'll be finally delving into culture and seeing how culture affects the entire world. Now we have imports, we have exports, we have nation names. At least some of us do. I personally don't yet, but those will be done by next week. We have a world map now that we're going to be working on, and we're going to still work on that world map over the course of the entire course, and going deeper into how we're going to fully flesh out the world itself. Maybe we decide towards the end, if we have a forest, we put an entrance to the Feywild in that forest. Who knows? All I know is that this is going to be a very interesting next few days. So, we're ending that at 2 hours and 56 seconds, honestly. Which is actually a good time to end it. Hey, we did good.
We're good.
Mm-hmm. With 4 minutes to spare, but we kind of going in through a bunch of dead air, and I kind of don't want too much dead air, because even if you guys want silence, sometimes the music isn't the best, and I'm trying to get some good music. So I hope everyone has an amazing day, and I will see you all next week on the 3rd episode of World Building Wednesdays, where we will talk about the culture wheel and other things that will be surrounding what exactly culture is. See you guys next time.
Goodbye.